Hey, welcome to the Nintendo Power Couple, or in this case, a Power Single guy with a stuffed Mario, which looks really crazy. Felia is not feeling well today. She had to go to work, so I figured I was gonna play some Xenoblade, and I'm like, why not play on the stream with everybody, and we could chat about the Direct from yesterday and see what Torna the Golden Country has in store. I made it my goal since getting Xenoblade 2 to finish Xenoblade Chronicles 2 before this came out. And I think I finished this game maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I hit the mark and I downloaded this last night. Started up today, got past some of the tutorials, maybe like 15 minutes in. So, how's everybody doing today? I'm going to start up the game, and the chat window's over here, so I'll be chatting with you guys while we're playing some Xenoblade. So let's jump on in and see what this has to offer. So I'm going to be playing with our Xenoblade Pro Controller today. Let's start our file up real quick. Now this is available, I believe you could, anybody who has the Season Pass can download this right now. So if you have Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the Switch and you have the Season Pass, you can get this DLC included for free with the, well, I mean, it's a paid DLC, but you get this as part of that Season Pass, which is a fantastic deal. So, we're playing as Laura, and there's Laura and Jin, and what the beginning was telling us was that if you press the up button on the D-pad, you can switch now between your driver and your blade, and you can play as each one separately. They both, I mean, they both share the same experience meter, I believe, but, so there's a new battle mechanic too, where once you take some damage, the damage lowers, and you'll be able to save that damage by switching a player, and your HP goes right back up, which is great. It feels fresh. So let's see. I haven't found any party members yet, but maybe this one.
What happened? Are you alone?
I love the art style in this.
Looks like the only survivor.
I love that we're seeing Laura's story. Because if you played Xenoblade 2, you'll notice she was in it, but they didn't really develop her as much. You didn't, I don't want to spoil anything, but
handiwork. Must have been humans. Looting and pillaging while the world burns.
Hey, it's okay. Would you like to come with us?
I see, Topher, I agree with you 100%. This was a game that I played on and off for a while. I was kind of like picking up it, and once like other games came out, this kind of went on the back burner, and then when I had free time, I'd jump back into it. I think I put like 60 or 70 hours into the first campaign to beat it. And this, I think they said, is like 30 hours of material, which is crazy.
Good going.
And we have Jin as a playable character, which is crazy. And, so let's see. Hopefully we could get some other party members going.
And your family? Were they there with you? Should we go back and...
Mikhail. My name is Mikhail.
Oh, right. I'm Laura. And he's...
I don't have a family. I was sold to this village from Esther.
Aww.
So I'm all alone.
That's sad.
I see.
I don't know if it's just me, or this actually looks better than Xenoblade 2. I don't know if it's just it's been a while since I've played it, but I feel like the cutscenes and the animation looks a little, even the gameplay feels a little better than Xenoblade 2. So I think they kind of improved on what came out last December.
You don't beat around the bush, do you? He's gonna be a handful, this one.
And Xenoblade 2 was fairly easy, but hey, what's up, Rex? Welcome. It's me and a plush Mario taking Felia's place for now because she is not feeling too well. And we're hoping tomorrow to stream building Labo. We got the vehicle kit from Nintendo today, but with her not feeling too well and being at work, I think she's going to nap when she gets home and rest up for hopefully a weekend where we can stream some more together.
I know.
Jin's mask. Thank you. I'll definitely pass it along to her. I'm sure she'll be happy. She's getting through work right now, and she's gonna come home and just rest up, drink cups of tea, and have soup, and get better. It's a cold, I think. That's just kind of getting passed around. I'll probably have it in a couple days after.
Rather, it was annihilated. Praetor Redalis.
So it has come to pass after all.
That is a Smurf.
Respectfully, you aren't much of an actor, Eminence. It appears you are not surprised at
I don't know if you have to beat the first one to actually, I mean, Xenoblade 2 to actually enjoy this. Because so far there's nothing that's spoiling anything in the first game. Because this is, I think it's set beforehand, so it's a prequel. So there's nothing that, there might be little Easter eggs hidden throughout, but there's nothing in this so far that I've seen that would ruin for those who haven't finished or even played Xenoblade 2 yet.
Is it really wise to
No matter whose power affected it, it is sure to serve the greater glory of Indal.
Yep. A lot of the times we see a lot of people, their names change between Twitter and Twitch and YouTube and Instagram. So sometimes it gets like we kind of get jumbled around, but we remember everybody. But it's funny when we I keep saying we and looking over here because I keep remembering when Felia sits here with me. It's funny that like we, you know, it's sometimes like the image you guys use is the same, so it helps us out, but sometimes the names are complete. There's some of our followers who have completely different names. I mean, like night and day between all the different platforms. So, but yeah, it's good. It's you know, it's good that you it's close. It's close. So I knew Topher from Twitter. I won't spoil anything from the original campaign on this. And so far, these are just characters that are in Xenoblade 2, but nothing that ruins what the experience would be for anybody. If you don't mind me asking, how many hours, Rex, did you put into it so far to get to Chapter 6? I think it was 60 or 70 hours to finish it, which. And now it's not doing all the side quests or getting all those, the blades. The rare blades were so tough because it was just a gamble on if you got one or not. And I think I only had like half of them. All right, so party formation has changed. Okay. So let's see, can I do anything here? No. Okay. You're looking at the... And the tutorial, if you played the first, you played Xenoblade 2, or even the original Xenoblade on the Wii, this is identical to, you know, it's the same stuff, foraging for the, things for your collection and the battle mechanics. 80 hours, nice. Very cool. I know Felia is the same way. Felia does, her Octopath, I think, has like 90 hours in it. And I finished it at, I believe, 60, and she has 90, and she hasn't finished it yet. Because she explores, does all the side quests. I kind of went right through the game. But she takes her time and goes through. Even Legend of Zelda, she hasn't finished it yet on purpose. She doesn't want to beat the game yet. She wants to try to get every little piece out of it beforehand, so... One cool thing I'm seeing now is that they're actually putting, like, there's a fish icon above the collections, which wasn't in the original. So let's take a look. Let's fight this guy right here and take a look at the new battle mechanics. So it's identical to Xenoblade 2, but as you guys see in the left, it's the two characters on top of each other, and then Jin's meter is filling up. So once his meter fills up, you'll see there's red on my health. When his meter fills up, you can actually save that health by switching like I just did by pressing the up button. And now you have a new character that's out there fighting, and you can do it. You keep going back and forth between that to save health. So they were saying the key is to keep your HP from, of course, falling to 0. But now it's a cool way to kind of save HP, especially if an enemy does a massive damage to you, and your bar goes this much, and you want to save that red. You could just switch your character up when the time's right. So, like this guy too. Xenoblade 1, oh, Xenoblade 1 was so good. I think Xenoblade 1, we ended up getting a Wii U, and then I ended up playing the Wii U game, so I never got to finish Xenoblade 1, but I think I put another like 40 hours into that one. I should actually go back and finish that, actually. Because Shulk was a good character, and Shulk I was introduced to from Smash. I actually didn't know too much about Xenoblade until Smash Brothers. And when Smash Brothers came out and they revealed Shulk, I said, oh, okay, let me learn more about the game. And I'm glad I did, because I fell in love with the Xenoblade franchise. I definitely should. And Topher, yeah, the same way too. I mean, there's certain games you do have to just really soak it in and explore and enjoy. And the hours, I mean, if you could play a game these days and get, 50, 100, 200 hours out of a game, that's fantastic. Well worth your investment in money. Okay, so we got a little piece. Now the map, I do gotta say, my only complaint with Xenoblade 2, which I don't know if they changed, it kind of looks better here, was the map system, because I felt like the maps in the original Xenoblade were correct me if I'm wrong, but it told you where you had explored already. So like where you would walk, it would unlock that part of the map. So if you didn't know where to go next, or you wanted to go to an area you haven't explored yet, you can just go look at your map and see, like, oh, never mind, there's where I have to go next. They kind of got rid of that here and just gave us the full map that unlocks. So I think I have to just go camp out now. Got my ingredients. Hey, Last Ride, welcome to the stream. It's a crazy guy in a onesie and a Mario stuffed animal today. Now I think from the trailer it looked like Pyra's in this, so I can't wait to see like how it'll be weird to play Xenoblade without Rex and Pyra being together, without Rex at all. So I'm really interested in see how that story develops. I like that he's gonna cook. Oh, okay. So this is totally new. I didn't even know that this was a thing. Let's see. So create items using party's unique skills. Wow. Okay. So she actually can make charms, and he can cook. So let's get down to business. Let's see what charms. Can I make any charms? No, not yet. He could cook though, I think. Let's see. I think I have.
It came together nicely.
Nice. I wish cooking was that easy. Just press a button and you have a dish already done. That was interesting, though, because there was also the talk to your members option, which just didn't let me choose. But I wonder if you could actually, like, build relationships between your characters based on campfires or sleeping in a hotel or something.
Village, I mean.
Yep, Mario is substitute Felia for today.
It is.
That blade, Malos.
Shulk and Smash was really good too. I like how they kind of streamlined him so that now you can do the Minato arts a lot easier than in the Wii U version. So I'm excited to try that out and test that.
To inform the mercenaries of this.
How could a person do something so awful?
So I'm digging this so far, and I think the expansion was only $20, and they gave you so many other like side quests in the game throughout the year. So for $20, it kind of reminds me of the Octo expansion, because it's like for $20 to get an entire new single player campaign, I'm sold.
I'll prepare food, then rest up.
Oh, that's kind of you. Thanks.
Plus, it beats waiting for a whole new game. I'd rather play this, get another 30 hours out of this, than wait for Xenoblade 3 far into the future, or wait for Splatoon 3 far into the future. I'd rather get an Octo expansion, play, get new stuff, and not have to wait. So it's great to be giving out affordable DLC to these games that really strengthen the single player experience. Because that's, I mean, even though I keep pointing here, even though we play games together, it's also fun to play games. We can play games by ourselves on the couch. I like digging into the single player stories just as Felia does as well. So let's see, so she just finished eating. Moody thing. It's really interesting because it's great to see like different sides of characters, which I like. Even just based on the beginning of Xenoblade 2, it's nice to be able to like play as different characters and explore more of the world before Xenoblade 2 started, which I'm really digging. It's really cool. I actually thought Rex would have been a shoo-in for Smash, especially with Shulk already being in Smash. I thought Rex would have been... I mean, there's still time. We could get an announcement for Rex. But I could see Rex with a final Smash bringing Pyra in, maybe. Doing, you know, their Flaming Sword attack together. I think that's what it was called. That would be really cool. But, yeah, I'm still reeling from last night's Direct. Feeling I rewatched it afterwards. After we went out, we got pizza. Afterwards, we rewatched. And we ended up watching it again, eating pizza. And it was... delicious, and the Direct was amazing, watching it on the TV in HD, because we were watching off of our laptop, and it was small when we were trying to watch with our headphones on, so we couldn't really see as well, but once we got it on the TV, that Isabelle reveal was such a tease, and I'm so glad they told us Animal Crossing will be coming. Okay, cool, so at a campsite we can, so rest, okay, so rest is similar to the hotel system in Xenoblade 2, crafting is a cool new thing, and chat, speak with allies for advice on how to proceed. As you can see, camps are places of preparation and growth. I like that. As you advance, recipe. Okay, cool. That's a cool new addition. It feels cool because it feels like, you know, it's Xenoblade 2, but with a couple new welcome additions. I like the new battle mechanic a lot. So this is really awesome. I like the crafting. The tips. And I like the markers that they tell you. So if I'm going to go over there for the collectibles, I know that's going to be fish-based collectibles.
Aren't we intrepid?
There we go. Alright, so let's fight something again. I also enjoyed in Xenoblade the way they have the...
Laura, stay close.
Hey, it's running away from me. I like that they kind of tell you the navigation system at the top, tells you where to go. I know that I would have been a lot more lost in this game if there was no navigation whatsoever. I like that. It kind of told you where the next thing would be for your, whether it's a side quest or the main story quest. So I'm glad to see that back in this as well. I like Laura's attack. And I was talking before about how you can switch between the characters in battle. You could actually press up, and now I'm playing as Jin. So you can just switching like that. Oh, treasure chest. So just switching with a push of a button, you can actually switch between characters. I think there will be DLC characters for Smash. I think so. I think it would. I mean, I know they're trying to make it like the ultimate game, and they were saying like there's not going to be many new fighters coming, but we've been seeing a lot of new fighter announcements. The amount of stages they put in there so far, I don't think it's crazy to think that maybe within the next year we'll see some sort of like integration with new characters or more stages integrated as DLC for Smash. A Smash Season Pass with new fighters and gear throughout the year would be a great purchase for anybody who's a Smash fan. If you could just turn on your game, and this month we have this character and this Mii outfit and this item to use in the game, I think there were items back then to use, the hammers to break the achievements. Like if they gave us that stuff for free over time as a DLC season pass, that would be awesome. So this is the same thing again with the field skills. So let's see.
Better be good.
Oh, that one just opened. So there's certain field skills in, as if you guys played the original Xenoblade Chronicles 2, or I think it might have been Xenoblade as well. There's field skills where you have to have a certain level of skill to open certain chests or do certain things in the game. So I feel like this guy was just enjoying grass, just eating in the corner. Jin came over with the sword, 2 against 1. Unfair fight, but you also got to get that experience. So now I just switched again, and when you switch, as you saw, Laura just did an attack as she jumped in. So there is an attack that you can do as you switch characters that does damage or has other effects as well. It's so hard after playing Xenoblade 2 to go back to like being level 1 again and grinding up from the beginning. But it's fun. So let's see.
Can we use this?
Can't see anything in there. So we'll go to the screen right here. I'll show you guys. Here's the character screen. So it's a little different. It's not like it was where it was like Rex and the 3 blades behind him. You have the 2 characters that interchange, and they share the same HP experience, and so on and so forth. So let's see. So I can't do anything to her. So she has Vanguard arts, which is what the arts you use when you're in the foreground, or the rear guard arts, which these are the arts that she uses if you're playing as Jin. So you could actually decide, and the switch art this is the art that she does when she switches. So there's 3 different sets of arts now for each character, which is cool because that's different than the last game. So this is still the same, our affinity chart, where you could try to accomplish different things to raise your affinity. So she has a first aider as one of her skills, and I gotta grow, I'm guessing, the trust, or 2 more. Oh, okay, maybe it's not based on trust, which is good, because trust to me was confusing in the original one. How to build trust between your characters. Accessories, we have a weapon slot now, which is different than the last game. So she has a weapon slot and 2 additional slots. I'm gonna equip these on her, actually. A fluffy hat and the pouch items. And we could check Jin. I'll do Snow Blast. Strengthen that.
Tempered by discipline.
And let's see. And he is based on the blades from Xenoblade 2. He has the core chips that I'm guessing once I go to a town, or if I find one on the ground that's stronger than what he has, you can equip it and enhance their strength through that way. So, and he has the cores as well. There is the question mark here in between item list and quest log, which I'm assuming is going to be bonding with a blade. I don't know if you're going to be able to switch out blades in this game or not. I'm going to do a quick save real quick. Which I also think it's really cool that it's now Jin writing in a book instead of Rex from the first game. And we have the same options to change your time. All your game settings we could adjust here. And there's now tips over here which kind of tell you the different things. If you forget what, drivers and blades, core crystals, all the history of Xenoblade 2, you can learn stuff through that menu. I really do want a story mode in Smash as well. I think a story mode would be fantastic. I like the Subspace Emissary from Brawl. Felia never played the Subspace Emissary. When I was telling her about it, she got really excited. So we might have to boot up Brawl and go through it. Because I told her it was cool, because it was like, Subspace kind of reminded me of what we all hoped Amiibo were going to be like. When Amiibo were announced, we were really into Skylanders. And I kept thinking, like, oh, Amiibo, we're going to get a game where it's going to be everybody in one shared universe, just like the Subspace. Let me switch out. Just like Subspace Emissary. But that game never happened. But it's cool because we still collect the Amiibo and everything. But okay, you got an Affinity Award. Yeah, maybe we should. I got to get. Where do I have Brawl? Okay, Brawl's actually the Wii out there. GameCube and back we have in storage. So Brawl I actually have out there, and we could bring on and actually stream that. So maybe we will stream some Brawl and put Felia in the Subspace Emissary and see how that goes.
I feel my
okay, so there is trust still. It's just the trust. Okay, so it is kind of like Driver and Blade from Xenoblade 2. She has the regular chart without the trust. Okay. Been a little while since I played Xenoblade 2.
There's something here.
Right? If you had some sort of Amiibo-based game where you can tap a character and play as them and have a shared world. I mean, they did it. It made sense in the Subspace Emissary. Watching Fox McCloud and Diddy Kong on the same screen didn't feel weird. So I would love to see that happen. And I guess I fought him past the point right by the bridge. Let's see. So, I must have pushed the enemy close to the tree, I guess. So again, there's different. Oh yeah, that's the withered tree. So that guy, the enemy just. Oh, he's back here. We'll fight him again. Finish what we started.
Leave it to Laura.
But no, Subspace Emissary was a lot of fun, and if you had an Amiibo-based game where you could play co-op and have a shared Nintendo universe, kind of like how Skylanders did, where you could tap grow your characters. I would love that. That would be a cool game, and that would drive up even more sales for Amiibo, because everybody's going to want to have your favorite character. Do you guys have a favorite Amiibo in your collection? Yeah, hold up Capybara, let's look at this bridge. Yep. The Capybara got lucky. I think he was like, distraction, look at the tree, and then he kind of wanted to walk away. And now he's dead. Sorry, Capybara guy. Let's go to the tree and knock this down.
With all my might.
Swift sword play. He's gonna take this tree down. Okay. So I guess that's, yeah, nice and easy to cross. I'll avoid those enemies down there. Put the map back on.
Can we use this?
Mega Yarn Yoshi is a nice amiibo. My brother-in-law got me Mega Yarn from Nintendo New York. They were like the only place who had them in stock, and he went to the city one day and saw like I think 2 or 3 on the shelf left, and he called Felia, sister, and said, hey, you know, do you guys want one? And that was she got it for me for, I think it was my birthday or Christmas. I went to Toys R Us to try to reserve one, stood in line, and then they sold out before I ended up getting up to the front. So I missed out on him at Toys R Us, but luckily he was able to snag one from my brother-in-law. So thank you, brother-in-law. So these are the unique monsters, the same thing as Xenoblade 2. They're stronger. I like, if you take the unique monster, you'll surely earn the respect of people over all rest. Yeah, they were tough. And yes, and there was a tombstone, so that's the same thing. So there was a tombstone. I used to always, I don't know if you guys did this too, but I used to always take a screenshot next to the tombstones. I don't know why, but it was like, I wanted like one of those, like it was like Rex and all my other blades and the rest of the party standing by the tombstone as like a vacation photo, I guess, of like, hey, look what we did. And then I would move on. So in our Switch, there's a whole bunch of pictures of me next, Rex standing next to tombstones, which sounds really grim, but it works in Xenoblade. Now, if you press A, the monster will come back from the grave. Yeah, let me know when you start playing Xenoblade 2, what you know, once you finish it and everything. Like, I like how slow I was running after the squirrel. Like, he was just slowly running, and the squirrel was running away. Like I said before, Xenoblade was a game that I got into, then another game would come by and take my attention away, and then when I finished that game, I'd come back to Xenoblade. So Xenoblade I played throughout the year, just kind of piece by piece. But I think once I got to like towards the end of like one of the final chapters, like when the story really ramps up, then I couldn't put it down, and then I ended up finishing it. So now I'm glad that this came out. I was actually surprised that they announced that this was available today for people who have the season pass. I was actually really surprised with that announcement. I love when Nintendo does their hey, it's available now type of announcements. Rise from your that's Altered Beast, right? Altered Beast. Is that it? Rise from your grave was Altered Beast? I think so. Love Altered Beast. Played that with my little brother all the time. So this guy's a level 7. What am I? I don't know what I am. Level 6. Let's try it.
Take the initiative.
Leave it to Laura.
And with Xenoblade, I didn't realize how many, because it's chapter by chapter, I didn't realize how many chapters were in the game. So every time I felt like the story was wrapping up, another chapter, you would start another chapter. So you're chapter 6. I won't say how close you are. I won't ruin anything like that or say how close. But yeah, definitely, it's worth it to get back into. It's worth it to play. And it's a good time now. There's a little bit of a lull, maybe, waiting for, I think, what's the next big release? Mario Party in October, and Starlink, and so once, it's a good game to kind of catch up to before all those other games come out. I should have totally gotten that, switch back again. Oh, when you switch back, all your moves are, ready to go, so you can use everything from the start. Look, we got him. I'll take that experience. Which one is that? Is that the special guy? No. Altered Beast was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. We did that. Growing up, my dad actually owned his own toy store. My parents are big toy collectors, which is where, like, this kind of comes into play. Like, I grew up, my parents collect old toys and antiques. Their whole house is loaded with, you know, like a museum. And when I was in elementary school, we lived in Clifton, New Jersey, and my dad opened up his own toy store. So he would, you know, buy and resell toys, and he would trade with people. So like kids from the elementary school was like right across the street. So like my friends would come in and trade their action figures for the new Star Wars toys. So like he'd get old toys, they'd get new stuff. And in the toy store, we had our Sega Genesis hooked up all the time. So when me and my little brother Mikey would get out of school, we'd go spend some time with my dad at the toy store before he closed up, and we would just play Sega Genesis, like Rocket Knight Adventures and Altered Beast and Sonic 2. Any Golden Axe, any co-op games from Sega Genesis that we had, we would play while we were in a toy store. So it was a lot of fun. Playing games with Smash games we don't know stuff about. Dark Samus, King K. Rool. I'm excited for Dark Samus and especially King K. Rool. King K. Rool, that's a really cool character. And it was really funny because when I watched that without Felia, the direct. She was at work. So I was able to watch it, and then she came home and I rewatched it with her. And when they did the fake out with King Dedede, she's like, oh, that would have been so cool if K. Rool was in it. And I just knew, I'm like, just wait 2 more seconds and you'll be excited again. It's really cute. Okay, so let's see. Is this the way? Nope. Time to go around.
There's something here.
No way. Right? Are you serious? And it was Stoplight Collectibles. It was they had a giant. My parents have like an old stoplight in the window. It was like an old railroad stoplight, so they were Stoplight Collectibles back in the. I died back in the day. So when you die, you go back to the original, your last landmark you passed, and that's the only penalty they give you, which is nice. So you don't like lose anything else. But yeah, there was if that'd be really cool if that was a small world. If that was the same toy store, it was. I went to school 11 in Clifton. Was my school number, and it was right across the street, so you could get out of school, cross the street, and you had a toy store. So it was that was my childhood. All right, I'm not gonna die again. And I like right by I literally died right before the landmark I was supposed to hit. I know this guy's minding his own business, but we're gonna try to get some experience going. I like he just did to me. And that's Xenoblade. You could find level 3 characters, and then there's like a level 90 character that's walking around in the same plane. So I think that's how Xenoblade. Before the first town you walk into in Xenoblade 2, there's one of the characters who's like level 70 walking around, and I always had that like little heart attack of like, okay, be quiet, don't alert them, don't let them know you're here, and. Okay, let's see, can I switch? So I'm going to switch and save some HP. And he has his moves back. So it's a good way to combo, they were saying in the beginning of the tutorials, it's a good way to kind of set yourself up to like save those and use the moves again. And because you get the moves fill up once you switch characters. Was that the same store you went to? Is that... Clifton, New Jersey. That's where I grew up. I actually miss New Jersey. We got to get back to New Jersey. We're not far from New Jersey, but I miss living in Jersey. Where'd you go? Okay. He's giving the warning cry. I'm like, no, not before, not bringing in friends.
I'd rather we didn't have to deal with all these encounters.
Can we use this?
The toy store was a lot of fun to be in. sadly, we moved up north about an hour from it, and it just wasn't worth it to keep open anymore. And sadly, eBay kind of killed it too, because at that point, it was when we had the store, eBay was just kind of starting. It was like the early days of the internet, and he actually ended up just selling on eBay too, because it was no rent and overhead from the store. But most people were going online now to pick up the stuff that he was selling in the store. It was good for like trading for people, because we could sell some really cool stuff that would come in that he'd get. You know, a lot of stuff he'd trade for his own personal collection. Put some pictures of his collection. They do that, and they do a big Halloween display every year too, like a huge zombie front graveyard thing that looks really cool. So I'll have to get. I don't want to die here. Nice. All right. Hey, I actually thought I was gonna die on that one, but
I suppose.
Hey, Shadow Knight, welcome to the stream. I was saying before, Felia's not feeling well and she's at work, so I figured I was playing this myself anyways, and I'm like, let me throw it on Twitch and stream it and chat with everybody, because I wanted to see what this expansion pass had in store. So this is the beginning of the expansion pass. I think I'm only like half an hour in so far, and I've just been kind of moseying around and chatting, so.
Looks like Hayes isn't here yet.
That if you went there for a Power Ranger, you probably was the store. They used to have the Power Rangers there too. That was the exact same time period. That was around the exact time. That'd be crazy if that was if you were in the toy store. Like if we met each other as kids and didn't even realize it. How crazy would that be?
It's almost like glass. Rumor among the mercs says that's the hallmark of the
And I agree, it is sad that toy stores are kind of dying. You don't see them anymore.
Look out!
Jin!
It's our first boss battle?
It's nothing. Let's go.
I think that's Mallows. And I think I'm gonna die. Gargoyle, maybe not.
Get in position.
When the going gets tough, we get tougher.
When the going gets tough, we get tougher. That's really optimistic looking at this gigantic gargoyle. So hopefully in Xenoblade fashion, I don't have to actually take him all the way down. Because I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to at my level. I didn't realize we were going to a boss battle. So let's switch it up actually. And try to get a potion. And I'm trying to get that up to a level 4 for the attack. Oh, gotta get that potion. So I love switching the characters out like that, because it does add a little bit more strategy to the game, because as you see, once your health's red, it's, you know, you want to immediately switch to somebody else so that you can get that health back. Alright, so we're at level 3. Alright, let's do it.
I need your help here, Jin.
Good. I'm with you.
Another button press. Nice.
Midnight Sun.
Away.
You need healing.
I'm not done here. If I must.
Maybe we can do it. Yes! Okay.
I will go.
A lot of experience, too. Thank you. Thank you. That was fun. It's tough with that, like having a healer on your party to help out, too.
It's no normal monster.
Not an Ardanian Titan weapon either.
Maybe it's Malice's.
Get down, you two!
I think I know who that is. I think that might be, Mithra.
Holy.
Maybe not? Yeah.
That was a close one.
Wow.
Looks like Malos's artificers are still roaming around.
So it was.
It's so weird without her like being Rex's blade.
Hey. Wait a minute.
Hmm.
The emblem of Torna.
You are...
It is crazy not having seeing her not know who Rex is.
I can't believe it. I came all the way out here, and who do I say but the paragon of Torna and his driver? You're so young. That core crystal was stolen 17 years ago. Quite a feat to pull off that heist at that end.
Hmm.
Are you going to arrest us? Execute us?
I don't know yet. I did just save you after all.
Oh, how magnanimous.
Laura, there's no point in talking.
Is there an echo in the gameplay or in my voice?
Have it your way.
I gotta fight Mithra? That's
Get in position.
wow, okay. So I'm guessing I'm gonna die on this one. And welcome back, Shadow Knight. Maybe it is the TV might be too loud. Does anybody else hear a echo as well in the gameplay? I can lower the TV. I've yet to figure out how to stream a Switch game with a headset on, because every time I plug the headset into our Switch when it's docked, it actually would mute it. So, oh, that's actually two separate characters. It would actually mute it on me, so I wouldn't be able to, like, you guys wouldn't be able to hear the game at all. So I couldn't figure that out. So we have, like, we always have the TV on low, so that we could at least hear a little bit of it. But I turned it up a little bit. But if it's okay, if it works, then that's cool. I wish it was easier. I got to figure that out, the technical side of what to plug in where. But we'll get better at that. So the headset, I got to figure out how do people listen to Switch games. I think if I play through OBS and the Elgato, there is a couple second delay, so we wouldn't be able to play because it would never match up to what we're seeing on the TV. Oh, he's dead. Output to OBS and OBS to the headset. So when you do that though, is there any delay between the Elgato? Because even right now as I'm streaming, I'm seeing the delay between the two games right now. What I'm seeing on my laptop screen. So I guess maybe I could set it. Okay, there's a delay function. Okay, so that's our next step then. We'll work on doing the delay function. Thank you, because that was the confusing part for me. I'm like, how do people play games with it being a second or two off? It's impossible to get through a game without hearing and seeing two different things. So that's awesome. Thank you. I can't believe we're fighting Mithra. This is really cool. Half an hour in, and this is like the story's picking up, and
You!
What?
and he's happy.
Incredible! You! Both of you!
Huh?
That last attack, the force behind it was absurd. I'm amazed.
Oh, really? Well, that's just...
Oh, and passing the weapon. What a concept. How did you ever come up with that?
This is really
idea?
cool. Yeah, I agree. He does seem more like Zeke, definitely. Zeke was a cool character. I like because I loved like the comic relief that he gave in Xenoblade 2.
Afford meals, let alone another sword.
Zeke 2.0. Thank you. I'm going to try to set up the delay, work on the delay function through OBS, and hopefully I can get that to work. Because we'd love to be able to hear all the different notifications and hear the game itself without having it like low on the TV and trying to like hear just a little bit of it. But that'd be a huge help.
I really like you two.
Master Adam, sir.
Hey, looks like we're getting a team finally. Hopefully somebody's a healer to help us out.
Oh, thank goodness you're all right. Master Adam, are you right? Master Adam? You can't be the Adam Origo.
The Lord of Aletta. And fourth in line to the
I
throne of
love
Torna.
prequels too, except for Star Wars. But I always like learning where characters came from, or especially when there's characters that you know. I mean, playing Xenoblade 2 and spending so much time with these characters, it's really cool to see them in a whole new different world before the the characters you played as. So this is really cool.
Ah, this is Hayes. She rescued me from the jaws of some nasty monsters.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Well,
So if you never played Xenoblade 2, you're not going to be lost in this, because they're doing a good job introducing all these characters as if you've never seen them before. But some of these characters do appear in Xenoblade 2 in the story, which I'm not going to spoil or anything. But so it's really cool that they did this, because you can enjoy this first and then play Xenoblade 2 if you prefer, or you can play Xenoblade 2 first and then play this after, like I'm doing now. So that's a really smart thing they did. So it's not like you have to know the game or else you can't enjoy this. You actually can.
Oh, here we go again.
Well, Felia and I've been kind of discussing like what we're going to be doing from now on between YouTube and Twitch. We're really enjoying this. We're really enjoying streaming. We're like this right now would have been a completely different video if we were to make this for our regular Funsies and our Onesies without any interaction and just kind of playing this together for half an hour. I like just kind of the free form, just playing it. And enjoying this, with you guys and chatting with everybody. So
I can help out.
I don't know. We're going to probably focus on streaming a lot of these games from now on. If Felia's feeling better, we're going to stream Labo this weekend, building a new vehicle kit. Pokemon we're going to want to stream. Smash we're going to be streaming and battling with you guys. So I think it's going to be Funsies and our Onesies might kind of shift over from being a YouTube half-an-hour video to being strictly live from now on with replays on YouTube for anybody who misses the live shows, so that they're longer, there's more interaction, and more experience with the game. So, and then we want to focus up on doing more creative episodes, more Nintendo-mations, parodies, things like that on our YouTube channel. We had fun making the Mario cereal commercial last year. We had a blast making. So we want to start doing more things like that. So when we're not streaming, we'll be working on doing the creative stuff. And whenever developers and publishers send us games, we can then jump on the stream and show you guys the games and maybe even play them with you, depending on if they're multiplayer with online or not. So that's kind of where I keep looking over. That's where we're kind of balancing what to do with the channel from this point forward. And I think that's going to be the direction we're going to go. Stream Funsies and our Onesies. So thank you. I'm glad. We love it too. We have so much fun chatting with you guys. Felia said in one of our previous streams that like when we do the Onesies, a lot of the times what happens is like we put the episode up and then you guys comment and then we'll respond to the comments and then you guys might respond to that, and it's a long process, and it's even though we feel connected to it, it's nothing like being able to just like look in the camera right now, look over here, talk, answer, talk, and interact live. That's where we feel like we're most excited about now with the channel. Watching the direct yesterday was awesome with you guys. That was cool to share that experience with everybody. We look at it as a way of like inviting you guys into our home and playing games with us. We're all about couch co-op and playing games together, family friendly and being positive. So we can turn on the webcam, sit down here, play a game with you guys, or play a game together with you guys watching and chatting the whole time. It's almost like we're having a big party where we're inviting everybody in, and that's what we're excited about the most. So thank you guys for watching and supporting our stream, and chatting with us, because that really does push us to keep wanting to do this more. So you guys are awesome. So thank you guys.
Course is the word.
Yeah, he is.
I meant you.
Me?
I like the character of Pyra from Xenoblade 2. I thought they developed her very well, and her relationship with Rex throughout the whole game, their back and forth was very interesting. It had funny moments, sweet moments, sad moments. Very dynamic characters, and that's what I really like. That's very important to us in a game, of course, is having dynamic characters to get behind, because the game's not fun if you don't care about the characters you're playing as. So it's really important to have really cool dynamic characters in your game that you can get behind and want to see succeed. It's the same thing like a movie. You're not going to watch a movie with a character you can't stand.
Not at all.
So I like how they built up all these characters from Xenoblade 2. I like it's a party you don't have to get dressed for. You can wear onesies. We're gonna have things where we're gonna tell people to take pictures if you're wearing a onesie and share it with us online, and maybe have prizes if people do. So we're gonna encourage people to throw on onesies as well, I think, in the future, and come to our pajama party, our funsies and our onesies.
I'm not.
State of Decay 2's Daybreak DLC. We actually haven't played State of Decay. Is that on the Switch?
We cannot simply ignore.
Because right now we're doing mostly Switch games, but we might branch off if to PlayStation and stuff on here. But I think right now we're going to mainly stay Nintendo, just as the Nintendo Power couple at. It's so funny. I do keep looking over here, thinking she's still here, and not at work right now. I agree. Having Jin as a protagonist is a really cool dynamic choice, because now you're seeing a completely reverse side of him. Because even if you never played Xenoblade, but you just watched the trailer for Xenoblade 2, you know that he's a bad guy, and a very dynamic character in the original game itself. So it's cool to see him as a hero and actually a playable hero, which I like.
What is it?
The going after Malos thing. Could it wait a few days?
Oh, is there something you need to do first?
It's so funny you said that, that you watch Rex play, because Felia's the same way. Felia doesn't play Xenoblade. I think she likes more of like the turn-based RPG rather than like the I can't think of the word. This type of RPG style, JRPG style. But she loves the story of Xenoblade, so she'll sit down on the couch and watch me play, and that's how we've kind of gotten through the game. And sometimes I'll play without her, and then when she comes back, like if we join up again and play it later on, I'll fill her in on the story, or she'll rewatch the trailer. Like they save the event scene, so you can actually watch, rewatch it. I mean, so that's what we usually do. But it's really funny because it's a single player game, but we kind of turn it into a co-op experience playing together.
Ardanian and Cian forces clash.
Where do we get our onesies? I think JCPenney. Really oddly, JCPenney and Kohl's have a lot of like nice Nintendo clothes. A lot of our shirts come from JCPenney and Kohl's, and I think Macy's has shirts. So the onesies are from JCPenney. I think all of them except for Pikachu we got from Walmart. Pikachu was on like a clearance rack for like I think $10 at Walmart. So it was Felia's size, and we said perfect. So, but everything else came from JCPenney.
You're hoping we might find him there.
Exactly.
That sounds too easy.
Have her Twitch on the phone at work.
We go to the village of Torragoth to find Malos.
Yeah, all of them. Yep, all the Nintendo onesies came. This is one Felia got this for me for my birthday from JCPenney, and then Mario was on there. They added Donkey Kong, and then we after Donkey Kong, what was the other one we have over? And Luigi was the Donkey and Luigi were the last two we got. So yeah, I'm hoping that they add more characters. The other ones we have to like go to the laundromat and stuff. That's why we're kind of like wearing these right now. We're gonna do a whole wash, then we'll be wearing different onesies in future episodes. But
is bad. Just stick around for a bit.
Nobody's like making you come along, you know.
We don't have a Wario onesie.
Unfortunately,
I want a Wario onesie. We just have, I think it's Mario, Luigi, DK, Yoshi, and Pikachu. We have 5 of them that we switch out on and off. I think Geek had like Gengar from the Pokemon, like one of those onesies where it's like what do you call those? Or
we don't know where we'll run into Malos
where it's like
next.
like the crotch area is
It makes
really
sense to
low,
stick
so it's
together
like it's
as
almost
much as
like
we
it
can.
like half of your pants is still part of the onesie, I guess. It's some sort of, I forget what Felia called it, but that's something that we might look into getting Gengar, maybe if they have other characters. I don't know if I've ever seen. Sorry, I misread that. Ever seen a Wario onesie? We haven't. Sorry, I looked real quick. I thought you said even the Wario onesie. No, we never saw a Wario one yet. But Wario, Waluigi would be cool. Felia wants a Princess Peach one. Oh, Shadow Knight, you're in Canada. Nice, Shadow Knight. Yeah, maybe they'll have them on Amazon in Canada. That would be really cool. So at least that way you could pick one or two up. We got ours. I think we got ours discounted too. Like we wait for like when we get the coupons in the mail and the rewards cash. So we try to knock them down and get these pretty cheap. So I think they're expensive when they show you like the retail price, but don't pay the retail price. They always clearance them out. I think the retail price is like $60 or $70 a onesie, and I think we ended up only paying like maybe $15 per onesie, 15 maybe $20. So don't pay the $60.
Give me some time to take care of this, okay? I'll be in touch.
And that's one of our regular blades from the original game. If you would see a lot of those characters if you tried getting a rare blade, but kept trying to bond with blades and using the core crystals and getting a common one, a common one, a common one. That's how it was. And I want to get all the rare blades, but well, maybe I'll jump back into it and try. Oh, nice. There's some. I'll have to look on Amazon too. Then, if there's other onesies on there, that'd be cool. And it's Halloween time, so now there's all the Halloween costumes too that are coming out. That we got to look at. Like Mythra is really overpowered. I like playing as Laura because I wanted to find out more about Laura from Xenoblade 2. So this is a really cool way to learn more about her character, and see what she's all about through her eyes and her perspective on the story. So I'm glad I'm glad that it wasn't. I guess it couldn't have been done with Rex, but I'm glad the prequel brought characters that we recognize, but also have characters that are brand new that we want to learn more about. And Gourmet was one of the places from Xenoblade 2, so they're still using the same Xenoblade locations as well, which is nice. So let's see, do I have a party finally? Do we have a party? Cool. Okay, so we have Team Adam and Team Laura. And then Mikhail and Milton are up in the corner. So I'm not too sure what the up in the corner stuff is. If that's just characters that are just like traveling with us but not playable, because I can't do anything to switch them out. Let's see. A blade switch. The team contains 2 blades. Performing a blade switch while exploring. You can perform blade switch for pressing in battle. Okay, so I'd like that they're using the directional packs. I think in Xenoblade 2, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the directional pad actually brought up like that switch screen tutorial menu that I always accidentally kept pressing and bringing up. Let's see. A Bowser Jr. onesie would be amazing. I would love to do a Bowser and Bowser Jr. onesie together. Okay, nice. So let's see. So if I'm gonna press down, so now I'm on the blade thing, and I could press to the. Okay, nice. So I could play as Haze now.
Anything
That's
good
really
here?
cool. So now you could actually just pick, if you don't want to play as Laura, you don't have to. Oops, ran into that guy. Here's our campsite. So if you guys, anybody who didn't see earlier, the campsite is a place where you can use bonus experience, raise your level, craft. Let's see if there's more crafting. So she can make talisman, replica artifact making, and then creative cuisine. So let's see.
My cooking will make you howl for more, and that's a promise.
Let her make something. Let's see. Let's have whole upa in a bun. So she'll make that dish.
It tastes better than it looks.
So no charms. He'll make this. I like that it checks off which ones you've made too, so you don't have to, so you could kind of see like if there's anything that you need to make or that you already have made.
Maybe I missed a step.
Nice. Okay, so that's cool. Let's see what the chat function does. We didn't get to do chat before. And she's very very positive. I like that. We're phenomenal. I like that. And Jin kind of killed the mood a little bit, I guess. I like that too, that they had the whole driver and blade like relationship between characters from Xenoblade 2 that was different from Xenoblade 1. Because Xenoblade 1, I think we just played as Rex, Shulk and the other characters. So I like that. I like the whole blade driver, and especially when like they work together and you have different elementals depending on which blade you're using. The strategy involved in building the perfect team that suits who your driver is and that, you know, helps you in battles is really fun. When the driver dies, their blades return to their cores. Which was another interesting thing I thought, was that if a driver dies and the blade turns to the core, then when the blade's brought back, has no memories of who it used to be or any of this or anything. So it's like reincarnation for a blade and has no idea who it used to be, which is another part of the story that I really enjoyed from 2. Okay, so cool. So the chat feature just gives you a little bit of extra story, I guess. Let's see the rest. Campsite will be closed, and I can't I level anybody up? No. Nice. Dark Souls. Dark Souls, I think I'm gonna have to. I've never played a Dark Souls game before. And when they announced it for the Switch, I guess Mithra's happy that the campfire's done. I didn't even press anything. That is really funny. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. That was Mithra freaked out. Yeah, Dark Souls. Mithra's really happy about Pyra's really happy about Dark Souls. Yeah. Dark Souls looks incredibly tough, which I think is the draw of it, right? So I'd be really interested to play it. Of course, we would stream that, feeling I would try it and see how far we get without dying. Ooh, that is a large old machine. Oh, oh. Don't fight that thing. Don't fight that thing. So there's nothing new there. Secret treasure chest, though.
Is killing me.
I did not want to pick a fight with a level 40 character. I know Laura was really, really positive at the campfire, but not ready for a level 44 fight. Oh, Topher, bye. Thank you so much for joining us, or me, this time. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for stopping by and enjoy the rest of your day. This is what I like about the streaming the most. Just chatting with everybody, and you come and go as you please, and we'll just play some games. Like we said, if you guys pick up the vehicle kit, hopefully if Felia is feeling better, tomorrow we will be streaming the vehicle kit together, going through the instructions and building each piece one by one. So if you guys haven't built it yet, and you want to save it, tomorrow you can join us, or Sunday if she's still feeling sick. And we'll build Labo together and actually play, make, discover, explore everything as a group on a stream, so it'll be really fun. We played the vehicle kit at our Labo event, and it was my favorite kit by far. The other kits were fun to build. They did, you know, the mini games were not as robust as I was hoping for. You know, for us, the fun of the first variety kit and the robot kit was really in building them. But with the vehicle kit, we had so much fun playing at the event, and we only built the key. We weren't able to build because it took too long to build everything with our limited time. So we only played, and we had so much fun playing multiplayer. Really a lot of fun. I would highly recommend picking up the vehicle kit for Labo. If you don't like Labo, or if you don't know if you want to get into it or not, that's the kit to start with. If you enjoy Labo, then that's a must-have purchase for sure. The exploration, I think we had, what were we saying? There was the battle mode, you could battle each other. There was co-op, where you could have 2 people driving and firing off the roof. And switching between vehicles with the keys is really quick, and it feels good to just take a key and switch between the submarine and the airplane, and your vehicle transforms right instantly, which is cool. So there's a weird mist, and no spiders seem to really enjoy it. I do. I like... Oh, hey, Ryan, welcome! How you doing? We'll make a site similar IGN or Rooster Teeth. I would love to. We would love to build up the community. I like spider farts. I just saw that. It's awesome. I would love to do, because it would be great to have the same people. We could chat. We could have, our friend codes are exchanged, or we're playing games together. It'd be really cool to have a community built, and that's what we're hoping to kind of balance between Twitch and YouTube, using Instagram, Twitter, is try to have everybody that's all around between all of our platforms come together in one platform where we could all play games together. And I'm starting to feel like Twitch is the main one, where it seems to be the most fun, and the way that we could where we could actually play together. I like my quote. And Nintendo Power Friends. That is awesome. I like Nintendo Power Friends. That's really cool. For Ryan, yes, I did finish Xenoblade 2 story. I made a goal to beat it before this one launched. So a couple weeks ago, I did finish it, and loved it. I haven't started, I didn't do like any, I didn't like complete all the side quests or anything that I was missing. I just kind of, once the game was over, I said, let me just wait till this comes out. And then once I'm in the mood for some more Xenoblade, I'll jump back in and try to play some more. This could be Spider Far. It would be really funny if that's what they say. We'll see. I like that Mithra's so strong. Like, no, but they're like, she knows, like, I could beat this game by myself. Everyone's like, Mithra, calm down, let everybody else play. Don't blast anything away. You're too strong. We got it. I feel bad because I think Mithra just wants to fight. I like that Adam's telling her that your power is too strong to be contained, but then he was totally cool with her attacking us a couple minutes ago, so. Let's see, we shall make t-shirts. I like that. T-shirts would be cool. I'm not, okay, without spoiling anything, do you like the start of the final chapter? Let me think of what, I don't remember how the final chapter started. I think I ended up playing like the last 2 or 3 chapters, like marathon. So I'm trying to remember where the last chapter started off. But I did love how they ended each chapter with like a cliffhanger, or it was a very dramatic moment. It was always cool seeing that text pop up. Like after the chapter ended, it would just say like chapter whatever, like chapter 4, and it just always with the black screen in the chapter with the little title they'd give you, always kind of like gave you a hint of like, ooh, there's more to come, and it always got me excited. I keep looking over here like it's Felia. It got me excited to see what was next. But I gotta remember what the I'm trying to think of what the chapter was. How that chapter ended. So Mithra's gonna... Are we gonna let Mithra fight? Nice. That, that isn't Felia. If this thing starts moving on the stream, I'm gonna freak out. If this thing looks over like this and or talks back, I'm freaking out. I think we all should freak out, so... And thank you, Flame Beacon. That is awesome. Thank you. And I like Shadow Knight. I agree. We should make some shirts. We'll try to... Maybe we could work on a logo or something and put out a new shirt. We have a couple new shirt ideas that we want to launch. We have a lot of things that we want to get going through the YouTube channel. Twitch was one of them. We want to start a Discord. So we could have a Discord channel, Discord server with everybody, so we could chat too. I think Discord is also good that we could also have guests on our streams that could come in and chat. So we're gonna try to implement that. It's kind of like this whole streaming thing's new to us, so we're gonna kind of build up as we go along. But there will be Discord in the future, and a more concrete stream schedule. We're just kind of right now we're just doing different tests. We've tested us together offline, us together playing an online game, us streaming another live video, and today's a solo stream test. So we're kind of day by day testing out what each thing and learning from what we've been doing. The feedback you guys have been giving us has been fantastic. We've been adjusting our graphic as we go along, so it's been really cool getting the feedback from everybody on what we could fix or how to enhance it or what we could do better. We always want to make things better. We want to give you guys fantastic quality stuff. We want to give you guys fantastic videos and have a good time with everybody. So if there's ways that we can improve what we're doing, we are totally always open to it. So feel free to let us know. A Halloween special. I should do a Halloween special where I'm just streaming, just have it moving and not pay any attention to it and see if anybody on the stream says anything. Just have things start weirdly happening around. Hello Friend Mario Horror Movie. I like that. Would you believe that Kirby was from a claw machine at the Round 1 arcade? Like that? We won Kirby from the claw. This is a claw machine plushie, which is insane. Round 1 they have huge plushies, and the crane system works where like they kind of put like there's like 2 bean bags and they put the plushie on the bean bags, and then the claw you kind of use to push like it might say like push my foot, and you could kind of like tip the character in and win it. So it's a really cool new type. It's not, you don't actually have to like physically pick something up with the claw anymore. And what we learned is that if a plushie gets wedged between the sandbags, like if you mess up and it gets stuck and you can't win, you could find a representative walking around and they will open the thing and readjust it for you and walk away. And what we found was that when Felia and I together, I think everybody thinks we're out on a date. So when we ask like, can you readjust Kirby, they usually like have it teeter on the edge, like just I guess maybe like to help us out a little bit. And that Kirby we actually got for free because he put it on, he teetered it on the edge so much that when he walked away, Kirby just kind of rolled off, and we were like, free Kirby, cool, and that was how we got Kirby back there. And the bottom tray is a huge box. You have to like go in to pull the plushie out. Like it looks like a claw machine, and it actually is still a claw, but like I said, the claw kind of will like, it might say like if Mario would say push my hat to win, if the claw pushes the hat at the right spot and knocks him in, you would get the plushie. I'm trying to think if we have anybody else here from that. I have another Kirby behind the TV right now that we also won from Round 1, and there's some Yoshi plushies. I don't know if you can see up. No, you can't. There's big Yoshi plushies that are up there that we've won from Round 1. There's Splatoon Inkling plushies that they've had. They have a lot of Mario and Luigi. We've gotten little characters like the little Bullet Bill from them and stuff. So they bring new. It's all Japanese games and machines. So a lot of the claw machines are in Japanese with like that. And then there's a piece of paper that in English says like push foot to help you out. But it's really cool. A lot of these are like they're high quality plushies imported from Japan, and we always go back to see like what do they have next. Is there going to be Animal Crossing, or is there going to be, you know, what type of claw machine, what kind of plushies. And the claw machine, I mean, I think per pull, they base by credits, it might be like $2 or $3 a shot. So it's like for $10, you could have a couple chances to try to win a plushie. So if you could get that, like, you know, for under $10, it's cheaper than buying it in the store. So real quick, let's see. So, do you know Middletown, New York at all? The Galleria Mall at Middletown, New York, has it. They have a Round 1 arcade. That's the only one I know of around by us. You can search Round 1 USA and see if there's a store locator near you. But I know it's new. The one that we go to, I think, opened last, I want to say September. So they're starting to branch out more. But they have, I mean, they have tons of awesome games. They have like the full-on Luigi's Mansion game, the Mario Kart games where you sit down in the seat and race. Like, they have tons and tons and tons. It's indoor karaoke, a bowling alley indoor. Like, so you could walk around and bowl, get a private room and sing karaoke, or play tons of arcade games, or do the claw machines. So, and the claw machines, like I said, they want you to win. The guy told us that he wants, you know, people to win. So when you win, everybody's walking around holding giant plushies too. So it's a really good experience. You get tickets like Chuck E. Cheese, where they have a store where you can like try to change it for other prizes. But a date, it is a perfect for a date night. Round 1, if you're watching, no, we're coming back up again. But we love going up there. It's that mall. We usually go, like, we usually have like a dinner, and then afterwards we go into the mall. And if you know where the mall is, it's right next door to Target. Like, Target's built into the mall, and it's the store next door to Target. They have a gigantic bowling pin outside, right outside the door. And they're open until like 2 a.m. So like you could actually, like, you know, eat and drink in there too if you want. So it's kind of like a mixture of like Dave and Buster's and an arcade. Like, they have the drinks, you know, and children and adults will enjoy it. So really cool place. We didn't know about it until we went up there, and then now whenever we go up to Middletown, we always stop by, even if it's just to check the machines out and see what's in them. Middletown, yeah, definitely, it's definitely worth the trip for the Middletown one. I would say for sure. Let me see, real quick, I can show you. That's the other Kirby that we got. That literally, it's like running Kirby. But big. I mean, these are, you know, I think we might have spent $20 and we came home with 2 Kirbys that night. And I think one of the little tiny characters too. I don't have them. Just looking. Yeah. I'll have to take some pictures. I know on Twitter too we have the pictures up too from old posts about our hauls that we've been getting from them. But they have like Mario and up to like fairly big plushies, Mario and Luigi and Toad. There's a big Toad that we were trying to win. Or did we get Toad? We might have gotten Toad as well. Half our plushies are here and half of them are inside, and we usually try to swap some out. But you guys got the evolutions from claw machines. That is awesome. That is really cool. So how many was that? What is there? Is there 8 total? 8 or 9? How long did it take you guys to get all the evolutions out of the claw machine?
Spoiling for a fight? Happy to oblige.
Let me see real quick. Okay, we have
Let's speed this up.
So there's new attacks too. So we're learning too. 8 nice. So we're learning this. So there's new attacks now that that could draw aggro to us, which I think aggro was for like it. Excuse me, I keep looking at it as like aggravating the character. Like it makes them want to target you. So don't get targeted raining in attacks. I'm getting targeted, and I gotta switch out because we have a spider fart that we have to destroy right now. That's really important to get rid of, and we're going to do that. That was easy. So now we're gonna do our there's more of them. I like Myth was just bored because she can't use her power. She's like, there's more coming. That's lame. I still think it's funny that Myth were freaked out before and was just jumping all over the place by a campfire.
Spoiling for a fight. Happy to oblige.
Okay, so let's fight these guys real quick. Oh, I see. So that's why my HP was low. I just saw now Swallow's flight is HP is halved and recovers recharge. So I could actually half my HP but don't want to... Oh, okay, and I could actually switch. So here's Jin. So pressing left switches your blades, so you can actually decide which blade comes into the battle, and then pressing up and down switches between you and the blades you have, and as I said before, their powers are maxed out once they jump in. So it's cool. So there's more strategy and depth, it seems, in the battle, in their new battle mechanics. So now Hayes has to take care of this. I was... Let's see. Okay, so yeah, definitely, Rex, get some food. I'm probably going to stop maybe another like, half an hour or so and eat as well, but I will definitely let you know, but I think we're going to get rid of the spider farts right now. Ether tends to attract monsters. Okay, so you need the right... So we got to get rid of these by having the right skill, so... Let's see. And there we go. So Hayes does her thing, and we've purified the air. That works. Very cool. Do I think I'll come back later today? Depending how Felia feels. If she's sick, probably gonna like help take care of her and stuff. Get medicine, make like some sort of maybe chicken soup for dinner or something. If she's feeling better, if she comes home and she's feeling good, we might come by and try to do a little bit of Labo tonight or play Mario Kart. Make sure to keep checking on Twitter, because we'll post on that. Twitter's like the best platform to like get everybody kind of on the same page, because sadly we don't have on YouTube, we don't have the 10,000 subs yet to be able to do the social media function, so we can't alert anybody on YouTube without posting a video, which we have to make and put up on there. And Twitch, I mean, I'm new to Twitch. I don't. Is there a way that like we can actually schedule streams so that if you don't, or like put like our actual schedule up on Twitch, so that if you jump by tonight and see like, oh, we've scheduled tomorrow at 5. I don't know if if anybody who else does Twitch knows if that's a thing or not to schedule, because that'd be really helpful. But I don't know, you know, how to. We haven't gotten to that part yet. And yes, Splatoon 2 would be good. I would love to play some Splatoon 2. That if I do come back tonight, I'll probably play some Splatoon 2 with you guys. If she's not feeling well and she's taking a nap or something, I'll probably come back and play Splatoon 2. That'd be cool. Hey, welcome! How you doing? GDA Synaptic. I know you from Twitter. I think didn't we raced on Mr. Switch's stream too, correct? Right? I think that's where we were racing from first too. And thank you guys so much for the well wishes for Felia. I'll definitely let her know. She should be coming from work in like an hour or so, or an hour and a half. So I'll let her know. That'll probably make her feel better knowing that you guys are all caring and wishing her well. She's catching a cold, so I have not caught it yet, and she's just starting it, so I'm gonna probably end up being like a day or two behind her. So I'm kind of like, it's always funny when like you and your partner are sick. Like you could kind of like, whoever gets, like if I'm sick first and she's not, like she could kind of see what I'm going through, and just like, it's like you prepare for the storm. You kind of like, okay, that's what I'm gonna see in 2 days, and that's kind of how. So now she's the first one that gets sick, so I could see like the sore throat and the runny nose and stuff. That's what she has, the congestion. So that'll probably be, if I start feeling that in a day or two, I'll probably be behind her on that. But I've been trying to like, you know, gargle and rest up too, so I don't get it, and hopefully she feels better and, you know, she's back. She wants to stream. She wanted to stream tonight, but I was recommending that, you know, because she wasn't feeling well when she left. Like, better off she just waits until tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'm guessing, unless she wakes up feeling worse, we'll be streaming tomorrow, some Labo. Yeah, awesome. Cyberstrap on his Twitter now. He might know. No, don't worry about naming names. That is awesome. Thank you. We'll have to check into that for sure. Are links allowed in Twitch chat? I might have turned that off. I don't know if the links are allowed in Twitch chat. I have to adjust that actually, because when we first started, I wasn't too sure how the chat was going to be, and was afraid of getting spammed, and we didn't have mods set up or anything. So I'm working on the auto mod too. for the chat window. But if there's a link you have, you could always send it to us right on Twitter, and I'll check that out. That would be awesome if you have a link. That would help. Yes, if there's, yeah, exactly. If there's some sort of way to schedule where I could just at least tell people, like, if tomorrow we're going to be streaming Labo at, let's say, 5 in the afternoon, I'd love to put that up now so that anybody who goes to our Twitch page can see that tomorrow there's a scheduled stream, rather than me going on Twitter and saying, hey, everybody, go over in half an hour. So at least that way people are can join in on the fun without missing out on it. 'Cause I know a couple of our followers have been saying they've been missing out on our streams because Twitch was either not notifying them that we were online, or it's the time of day. So we're trying to experiment with different times and make that work. So thank you. So it looks like Hayes took care of that spider fart for us. So that was really awesome for her. So that's a new thing in the game that wasn't in Xenoblade 2. So I guess there's going to be these mists that are attracting monsters that we have to destroy. Miasmas, I guess. Is that how you would pronounce it? Miasmas? I think miasmas. Or mist for short. We'll go with mist. It's probably easier to keep repeating on the stream than trying to say miasmas over and over again. I love Mithra's attitude is the best. I'm actually gonna take a screen capture of that because I love that she's just sarcastically making fun of him right behind his back. Okay, so she's gonna learn more about herself through hanging out with other blades now. And she doesn't want expectations on her. So, real quick, dude, just for learning and such, how is the audio and everything sounding good? Is the volume of the game enough for everybody? Should we make any more adjustments? Can you guys? I'm trying to strike a good balance between the sound, you know, our mic and the our volume versus besides that guy, versus the volume from the game. So I'm gonna go fight a level 50 guy. No. I'm gonna watch the level 50 guy run away. Yeah, that's when you go, you better keep walking, and then you start running. Okay, so I'm gonna collect some stuff here.
This is becoming addictive.
Good, awesome. I'm glad there's no echo or anything. Mithra is awesome. I like that. Mithra is an awesome character. I like the steelbook that the Xenoblade 2 came with that has like Pirate and Mithra both on the cover of it. I just wish that the steelbooks had like spines to them, like the on the spine of it, the title. Do you guys collect steelbooks or anything? Do you guys when you guys collect those of you guys who like the physical games, do you guys like go crazy for steelbooks or not? I know Limited Run Games has a bunch of new games incoming, and I know a lot of their collector's editions come with the steelbooks. And I know a lot of their fan base freaks out over the steelbooks, which look great, but I've always been I like the artwork that's not on the steelbooks. I don't know, I like having both. It's great when they give you, I know Limited Run gives you both options when you get a collector's edition. You get to choose which one you want to use. And to me, that's the best, because if you like using the original artwork, that's how you can display it. Especially, like I said, there's no side, so you can't see what game it is. Especially if you have multiple. It reminds me of like the 64 games, the 64 cards. When they were like, if you had them all in your tray, to keep pulling every single 64 game out, looking for GoldenEye or Smash or Mario Kart, because you couldn't tell what they were if you just looked at your entire tray of them. You had to go through piece by piece. Oh, here's our first side quest. Nice. You're lucky to get that Prime Trilogy, Ryan. The Prime Trilogy Steelbook. That is awesome. That's one I know we were talking on YouTube. That's one that we have to pick up. I missed out on the Prime Trilogy because we had both the Metroid games, the collection up to that point, so we didn't double dip into it. but I think I should have, because I think they're remasters, right? Are they remasters, or they were just were there any upgrades, do you know, based like from what the original games were? Because I would love a whole collection of the Metroid Prime. I was kind of hoping they do it on the Switch, which they might, you know, with 4 coming out, I think would only make sense. So here's our farmer. He wants us to defeat monsters for him. Okay, so now we are hired guns, kinda. Yikes. Okay, so we gotta do this fast, because that's not cool. We'll have to help this guy out. Like, it's crazy that just kind of like just low-key laid in, like parents beating children. Like, it was like, less we talk about that, the better, and then we move on. That's kind of like slide that in one little conversation, and then he runs. So now we're gonna have to help him out, because that's horrible. The side quests I enjoyed in Xenoblade 2. My only complaint about the side quests in Xenoblade 2 would be that some of them had roadblocks, I felt. Like, I would invest so much time into a side quest and then get to a point where I wasn't strong enough to continue, or I didn't have the right skill set, or the right power, or so sometimes, like, I felt like if I invested so much time into a side quest, I ended up putting them all on the back burner, like the later half of the game, figuring like I'll just, once I finish the game, I could then go through and try to complete each one, rather than like get halfway and realize, oh, these guys are level 50 and I'm not, so I can't, you know. I don't know if anybody else had that same experience. It was a Shadow Knight. Yeah, if it was, every time you had to keep pulling it, even well, the Super Nintendo had them, but the 64 was really tough to keep pulling at every game and be like, nope, 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 and just kind of go through. Oh, nice. I think we'll get one on the Switch, too. I really do. I think we will. They have to. They really do. They really should bring Prime. I think, you know, it's... I also felt the same way with Luigi's Mansion. I was kind of hoping for Luigi's Mansion 3, and I felt like they were preparing us for it, because, you know, with one being on the GameCube, and there right now being no way of playing GameCube games without... having a GameCube, I guess, at this point. People who want to get into Luigi's Mansion 3 and start from the beginning, now 1 and 2 are on the 3DS, which is accessible. You could go buy a 3DS, and you could buy Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2. So, it's like they're setting you up, so if you want to be able to play the trilogy in order, you can actually do it without having to go find a retro GameCube system. I can't believe I said retro, a GameCube. A GameCube with Luigi's Mansion. And I think they're going to do the same thing with Metroid Prime. I think to set up Metroid Prime 4 for an audience, I mean, Metroid Prime series hasn't been around for a long time. So to set up for a new audience, I think reintroducing everybody to the franchise in an HD remake would be fantastic. And hopefully in a steelbook. Why is she going to think a while? After that guy said that should be a clean and cut, you know, case. Now let me think, let me take 10 minutes and consider. So I like being able to set, oh wait, the Goodwill Laura is known as community. Huh. I'm gonna have to take a look at the menu real quick, but I'm wondering if this is like the original Xenoblade. Menu I might open every time someone info is added to the community screen. Alright, so let's... Yeah, okay, so they brought that back. Do you guys remember that from the original Xenoblade? I think where, like, it was like the web where you had, like, it looked like a crazy person trying to solve a crime. Like, it was, like, all the faces pinned with all these lines of different colors from everybody. And it was like you built relationships between certain characters and doing side quests. That's cool to see this come back then. It'll make it easier for the side quests. And Xenoblade is a very fun game. I do enjoy Xenoblade. And I'm glad that they did this DLC, because this DLC is actually a lot of fun. And I think I've read that it's like 30 hours of content, so that's insane. that it's a DLC add-on that adds more than some games these days even take from beginning to end that you pay full price for.
This is becoming addictive.
And I think that if I just saw that, I think that let's see if it does it over here. I think that just alerted me. Because it alerts you what's in there, but I think that alerted me to the type of food that I can make. So it's like the ingredients are there, so it kind of hints you that now I can make ingredients. So I'm going to go fight those monsters. We're going to go back a little bit. Yeah, I did too. I missed the connections web. I thought that was a cool way of like showing, like it made you want to talk to everybody and build that web and see what everybody, you know, see what who connected to who. And he's now hanging out with our fire pit. Nice. Yeah, Ryan, absolutely. Xenoblade 2.5. I agree 100%. I can't believe that they not only gave us an expansion, a prequel expansion of the game, but they redid the battle system. They redid menus. Like they actually, there was more work involved in it. That they it's not just simply throwing character skins on and giving you a little bit more to do. It feels like it's, and I can see why they are releasing this physically on its own. It feels like its own standalone game, because you don't, as I said before, I don't feel like you need to know Xenoblade to enjoy this, but it's cool for newcomers to be able to pick this up first. Oh, the hours you sunk into the Wii U version? The Prime series, I want to say, I don't know about the third one, but the other two always came out, like my birthday is November 20th, and they always came out in November. So like my parents would always get me Metroid Prime for my birthday. So I think only the first two were November release though. The third one I don't know if it was. But this birthday is going to be Pokemon, so I'll be able to play some Pokemon on my birthday, which will be really cool. Playing some Eevee.
You're always looking ahead, Adam. Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh?
Lack of portability
Such as?
Just don't shoulder all the burden yourself. You have us to rely on too.
I definitely agree. Let me just catch you up on the chat real quick. Yeah, Xenoblade X. Ryan, you and I were talking about this on YouTube. I didn't get into it. I wanted to. I always felt like the main character being silent, I didn't connect to him as much. Like I liked the fact that these guys have personalities and stuff, and I felt like the main character I didn't connect to. And I think it was like 30 hours in until you get your vehicle to drive around. You said the Skrell. So I mean, maybe if it came out on the Switch, maybe I give it a second shot and try it again and see. Maybe it was just I just wasn't into it, wasn't feeling it. A little Shulk line. I just wasn't feeling it at the time, but. I know that for me, it was like I would rank it with Xenoblade 1 and 2, and then X being under those. But you said you finished it, right? And you enjoyed it, so maybe it's worth revisiting. And something that I know they said they wanted to, I think was it the director wanted to bring it to the Switch, so we could see next year a port coming. Maybe with Xenoblade 2 being a game that people are still playing, and especially with this new content, they didn't want to put another Xenoblade on the market right away. Maybe next year at E3 we'll see like the port announcement. Now that like once the year's over with and the season pass for Xenoblade's done, maybe then they'll bring out Xenoblade X to kind of keep the Xenoblade fuel going. So really, I mean, without spoilers, does it actually end on a cliffhanger? That would be crazy. Yeah, I agree. It did feel like an MMO, but like not connected. I definitely wonder, like, retrying it, and I see Flame Beacon, too, is 3DS. I think so. I think the Xenoblade on the 3DS is the original one from the Wii. I don't know if they did any changes to it, though. I don't know if they did, like, any enhancements. I know they usually, like, when they port some of this, they, like add better things to it. So... Hey, Frank, welcome! Welcome to the stream, Frank! Glad you could join. Felia is not feeling well, so she's at work sick, so that's why it's just me today. But we're going to try doing more streams together where it's not a guy in a onesie with a plushie next to him playing a game. So we'll do those, and then you can say hi to Felia, too. Hopefully tomorrow. So now we're going to try to help this guy out and destroy these monsters. So let's see. They really upped Mithra's attitude in this. I like that. That's really funny. And Jin's fighting back with her. I wonder if they woke up like that, or was that like, did they gel their hair and do the mohawks, or is that on purpose? I wonder, you know? Let's see. We're gonna give them a warm welcome though.
I think we've been spotted.
Yeah, the new battle mechanics I'm really enjoying. Because you're actually watching a whole bunch of stuff now too. Because now I'm paying attention to the meter in the bottom left, so I can switch her out. Which I might. So let's switch to. I'm gonna switch to Jin and switch. So now Jin's in, and nice and easy. Who's this guy? That's also a total Xenoblade thing where you're fighting one character and all of a sudden somebody who is none of their business comes running around. This guy right here, who's outnumbered. So his stats, to the person to the right, Jin's stat is going to consume recoverable HP, which, if anybody missed in the beginning, recoverable HP is the red when you see. So he could, I'm going to try that real quick. So now I just got a little stronger from consuming the HP instead of letting it go. Nice. And you're gonna run around like crazy and collect everything before it disappears.
Do something meaty.
Understood. Steamed
Two things happen.
vegetables it
Let's
is.
see.
Wow.
I'm so glad you made it to the stream, Frank. Yeah, I agree. I think that was also my problem with X, was that X had the cool vehicle thing, but without it happening right away, you know, you had to invest a lot of time into it.
Becoming addictive.
And I don't know if it was just me, but I remember I didn't like the music. I remember the music was like very repetitive too. Like that, it was like that. It was a girl singing. I think it was like rock music. That it just didn't. It felt weird to me. But maybe that was because I was coming off of Xenoblade 1 before playing X. So comparing the two together, my experience wasn't as good with X. But maybe looking at X as its own game is something maybe I should do and replay it. So.
Treasure.
I remember I didn't enjoy the music for X. I remember they actually gave us a in the special edition, like the soundtrack USB drive, so which I never used because I didn't like the music, and I was like, I'm not putting this in my car. So now let's tell the gardener's son that he could go home safe, and I feel bad for this guy. He's worried about getting fed a knuckle sandwich. That is not cool. That is horrible. Oh, we're gonna pay your dad a visit, all right. You know that. All right, so community gained.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Okay, wow. So I guess how they did it now is that any circles outside of the main circle is a side quest we have to complete, I guess. And when you complete it, then they get brought into your circle. And now they're in the Circle of Trust, like in Meet the Parents. And then you could actually go here and look down a list. Very cool, I like that. Simple errand we completed.
I'm glad we could be of help.
Just that Xenoblade Hub music, just no. Yeah, I think that was the one. It was just like, it sounded like garbage. Like it was just yelling and instruments, and it didn't fit in. We streamed yesterday. We did the direct, and we watched it, and Luigi's Mansion blew me away. I was so excited, and when we because it was on the little screen on our laptop, so I really, from our perspective, I honestly thought when we first started watching it that it was just a 3DS game, because it was small and it was buffering on our end. So it didn't look like it was the new game. But when we rewatched it, then you could really see that it's the new game, which is amazing. I'm so excited for it. And I'm wondering now that they're introducing co-op play to the 3DS version, will we see co-op play in Luigi's Mansion? Which I think on the Switch it would have to happen. Portable system, go ghost hunting with your friends, kind of like what Dark Moon did. Oh, dead end. Let's see. The one thing that it's really interesting in doing these streams and stuff, and even when we do the Funsies and our Onesies, it's always funny trying to talk and play. It's something that we're getting used to, but it always feels strange because a lot of the times when I'm talking like that, I'm like, oh, I'm running into a wall, or I've walked off a cliff. Like sometimes you get invested in talking so much that you miss out on something, or you do something silly in the game. So that was me running towards a dead end spot that clearly is on the map. That's not the way to go. And yes, the new Poltergust, it did look a little low res. The Poltergust, being the new Poltergust, was nice because that was a clue in the Luigi's Mansion Castlevania reveal for Smash. Because I saw when they had the new Poltergust, I'm like, why would they? Look at this bird coming over. We're having a conversation here, bird. The bird came over. Well, we're talking about Luigi's Mansion. That I thought, like, why would they go through the trouble of making a brand new the Poltergust for Luigi? Why would they go through the trouble of making that in Smash if it wasn't hinting at a Luigi's Mansion game? Because they could just keep the same one he's had in the other games and everybody be fine with it. So I'm glad to see like that was a clue at Luigi's Mansion coming out for the Switch. So let's see. Oops. I don't have Jin's in play. I feel like Jin's really strong. More people coming to fight us. When you just try to walk the town. I like that. It was funny because when I first started this, we were level 1. And then before I streamed, I think I got to like level 2 or 3 just by going through like the beginning tutorial for like 2 seconds. So I'm kind of glad that now we're getting stronger to the point where like we're actually doing damage.
Suppose I start thinking about the people.
Are you able to actually let's do that right now. Let's take a look. That's a good question. Can we change from Laura to Adam?
It's hard not to end up grinning like an idiot.
Did she just say an idiot? Let's see. Vanguard switch. Is that the Vanguard switch? Let's see. Not there. Where would that be? Wouldn't that be in blade switch? I don't want to switch blades. Let's see. Community have anything in it? No. Any options? I know there's like isn't there like a formation thing? Well, there's like a party formation button. Maybe we don't have it yet. Items. Quests. Maybe at the campfires, maybe? Let's see when we go to town if there's a campfire that we can check out. That's a really good question, Ryan. That's a really good question.
One of my favorite parts of adventure.
Because you could switch in, I'm assuming you can, because you could switch in Xenoblade 2, correct? You could switch, you could play as, you don't have to play as Rex the whole time. That's it is Nintendo is turning people into crazy people because they hide all these little things in where everything. It's so funny when like Nintendo would tweet out something random, and then if you look at everybody commenting below, it's like everybody's putting the pins together and saying. I mean, we were doing it when they tweeted out a picture from Animal Crossing like a year ago, and we were like, what does it mean? Does it mean Animal Crossing on the Switch? Like I think they've gotten to a point where Nintendo knows how to hype up their fan base. They know how to troll us in their videos now, in their directs. They know how to really like draw it out and hype everybody up, and then let you do the little roll. Even King Dedede in King K. Rool's reveal was just the perfect way to show that Nintendo knows just how to hype up their fans, and I love it because it makes it more exciting. Let's see after this if I could go to a campfire and see. See, there's a campfire around here. Leveling up. Okay, see, so it's nice. So if you've never played Xenoblade, at least they walk you through the entire game. But for everybody who's played Xenoblade 2 before, this is all just kind of letting you know the same. It's a good refresher course, actually. Improve their equipment. Four ways to make blade stronger. So this is all stuff that we that we know from what do you call it? Playing Xenoblade games. But if you haven't played Xenoblade games, this is a good way to walk you through kind of how the game works. That's good for me, because I always wonder when it would say like so and so unlocked an affinity reward. And it would pop up. I always went to it because I was like, I didn't know if it counted until you went to the menu, and now I know for sure it doesn't count until you actually go to the menu and check it out. So, okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see. You're right. Button press. Let's see if I press. Okay, so select does that. No formation thing here. I think just L and R just changes different. And X has our map. Let's see. I'm assuming you can. Just gotta find a campfire.
You're coming with me, treasure.
I also love like getting as many side quests as I can, like talking to as many people and getting the side quests under my belt, like just even if I don't do them right away, just so it's like having a list to be able to go back to, especially if I'm bored or if I don't feel like progressing the story. It's always nice to just kind of like be like, okay, what could I beat now? And before I talk to them, let's do this. Get some money going. And so that's the other old machine. Cracker Jack Merc. Nice. Cool story. The Nopon characters were always so much fun. I actually liked the Nopon. I forget what it was. Ryan, you'll know the Nopon character in X. He was I forget what the girl's name was, but they always had that back and forth. They always fought, and she wanted to cook and eat him. Like I always liked that humor in that. That was one of my favorite parts of the game, was the humor in X. Let's see. We're getting a friends test. Top of 5 enemies. So you inflict break, and then you hit them with an attack that'll topple them. Okay, cool. I'm glad that they're not like requiring you to beat certain monsters too.
I said I'd do it. So consider it done.
Let's see, certain arts. So this is break, topple, launch, smash. Cool. Okay, good. So now he should be, yeah, so he's on the outside of the circle. So we have to get him into our circle of trust. Tatsu, thank you, Tatsu. I'm just checking up on the chat real quick. Yeah, Shadow, I agree. We were excited. I mean, I rewatched how we reacted to Isabelle, and it's really funny because we really did not pay attention to her Smash reveal. Once she got invited to Smash, I think we both were so crushed that like we thought like that was Nintendo just revealing her as Smash and that was going to be the end of it. So when we actually rewatched it later on while we were having our pizza, we actually got to like really see Isabelle in action and enjoy that reveal for what it was, which is really cool that Isabelle's in Smash. And she has a lot of cool moves that, you know, and she's not an Echo Fighter, which I was surprised with. I figured she would have been an Echo Fighter to maybe the Villager, but she's her own character. Which means we will also be getting another Isabelle amiibo, a Smash Isabelle amiibo too. And you're right, Ryan's right. Maybe it is, and Lynn, yep, Lynn. Maybe it is switching between Adam. Maybe that's something that we have to unlock later too. I'd be really interested to play as Adam, because then you would have Mithra as your blade again. So. And here's Barney the Stone Seeker. And so speaking of Isabella. I think isn't the Blarney Stone like a Irish pub in New York? Is that the Blarney Stone? It's funny that it's the Barney Stones. During his travels, he collected so much loot he couldn't carry it all. Must be nice. So he essentially did like the guy digging holes in his backyard and burying his gold to hide the gold. He pretty much, to hide it from monsters, he hid his money in rocks. So basically we had to go find some money and some rocks. Part of me wants to do Yawn, but I'm gonna do yeah, because that's a cool story. But I like that Yawn is an answer, and I don't know if I wonder if this would actually like play into the story at all. Like if anything would change based on what you decide. I see Rex said Isabelle is telling you how to break rocks to get money. That is perfect Animal Crossing. Yep. That cool for putting that 2 and 2 together. I like that. Isabelle is telling us how to break rocks to get money. Which is another tale for us. So she's looking for the rocks, and we're gonna look for the rocks, and I guess we have to give the money back? So when you find it, you're supposed to hold up your hands and chant, Barney's the man 3 times. I'm glad that Isabella thinks it's nuts too. Yep. You've got to say the words to break the seal, but you can probably just mutter it under your breath. I love this. Huh. So it was Barney's the man.
We're such saps.
Let's do that as our active side quests. Okay, so I see. So this is what they were saying. We could actually turn this off so that whenever we find somebody new, we don't have to come to the screen then. Which I could see if it makes it go a little quicker. I kind of like when they get added in, but I could see like after a while it being a lot. So let me see. Let's try the fast travel. Can I fast travel back to... Yes, I can. Maybe. There we go. Let's get some Barney stones. Let's yell out Barney's the man.
Well, shall we continue?
Animal Crossing crossover with Xenoblade confirmed. That's true. That would have been really cool. I like that, Rex. If more characters showed up as blades, I like that Shulk showed up as a blade that you can get as a rare blade. But it would have been cool. I mean, especially with the integration we see with like Diablo getting Ganondorf, and the fact that Rex's armor was in Breath of the Wild. It would have been cool to have Breath of the Wild kind of, you know, give Link over. That would have been a really cool thing to see. Oops.
Spoiling for a fight.
Ah.
Happy to oblige.
Didn't mean to. Don't want to fight him, but all right, we'll get the experience. I just wanted that red thing on the floor, but I touched his tail and aggravated him. So. Whoops. switching is so easy. I love the fact that when you switch characters, they actually do damage. So not only do they do, not only is all of your moves all geared up and ready to go, but you also do damage to people. So it's a really cool balance. It's interesting because the stuff they've added to this so far makes it feel like it's completely different from Xenoblade 2. So they found a way to make it feel, as Ryan said, Xenoblade 2.5, they found a way to balance between being an expansion on the game that we've played, but also feeling like an entirely new story, an entirely new game in its own. So I like that. That's really nice.
Aren't we intrepid?
Okay, let's go get those stones and let's yell out. As long as you guys do it with me. Alright. Let's go get those stones.
Spoiling for a fight. Happy to oblige.
I'm gonna fight the piranha first. So I also I like the like how it's just kind of auto attacking right now. It's kind of an easier game to stream because I could, while I'm doing this, just look over it here and what do you call it? Chat with you guys and check the chat window while I'm playing the game, because it's you know, the easier enemies when you're grinding, it doesn't take much to have to defeat them. It's the bosses that are harder. So that's the Barney stone. Only find certain mysterious stone pillars on your... Wow, okay, so I thought it was going to be like a one and done thing, so this is going to actually be a recurring thing. Preparation is key. Okay, so let's go over here and collect some of these minerals. So I say we do I say we do this. Let me just check the chat before. No Pond Villager for Animal Crossing 2019. Let's see. If no ponds get representation in Smash, which one would you want? I would want, and I can't remember for the life of me his name, but the one from the original Xenoblade I really liked. If anybody has a name, please let me know. This is gonna. Oh, bye, Shadow. Thanks so much for stopping by, and wow, definitely get some rest, and keep checking back on our Twitter, and we'll announce when Felia and I are going to be streaming next again, and we'd love to see you come back, so thank you so much, and get some rest. Was it Riki? Okay, Riki, thank you, that would have bothered me so much. I've tattooed in my head from before, so Riki, I would take that, yeah. I would say Riki would be somebody I would like to see that incorporated. I know he's involved in Rex's Shulk's Final Smash, I think, right? Oh, look at these guys come out of nowhere. Anybody else think that this was gonna be like level 30 characters or something? Like they're only level 7. That's kind of nice. I'm not gonna get my butt kicked too much on them. Okay, switch. Alright guys, we're gonna have to yell it out too, you know that, right? Let's see. Oh, never mind. Okay, so there's actually more enemies popping out. Alright. I got cocky and I thought like that was easy. Like, oh, that's done. That potion. Out of the way. Get the out of the way. Need a potion. Did we do it? Oh no, you still watch. Let the music lower down for a second. I thought that we actually did it. Let's switch. Oh, there's our big guy. Okay. I actually wasn't too sure. I thought you were going to be like bonding with blades in this one, but it looks like you just kind of have your set blades, which is nice. Unless they add it to the menu, because there's nothing else in the menu that would no blade bonding thing so far. Let's see. Jin, finish this guy up. Nice. Blarney is the man! I guess you had to do it. That's how you break the seal, right?
The suspense is killing me.
Secret flag blueprint. Okay, cool. So we can actually go talk to her.
Aren't we intrepid?
Actually, what I should do is on... We'll go back to the town. Nice.
Well, shall we continue?
Right, I agree with that. It is really funny that they made, like, Tora was, like, kind of skeevy and with Poppy. That I thought that was really funny that they weren't too they didn't want to really hide it too much. The fact that, like, he kind of, the way he programmed her and they make jokes about it. Again, the humor in Xenoblade is refreshing. I like games like this that have big stories, that have dramatic moments, but also have really funny, sometimes even like inside jokes for the community themselves that you know, we could laugh at. We totally got a Barney Stone. That'd be cool. So I like this. And then we can actually go around and get more stuff. Legend about a stash of buried gold in Torna's vast desert. At first I'm like, is she going to join our party? There. Okay, nice. Come to the inner circle.
Well, this is awkward.
So supporters 2 required for level next level. So we need 14 supporters to get us to the next level. So it looks like Laura is streaming.
One less problem in the world.
Nice. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of wrong button. You guys do that too? I always press X when I want to go to the menu, and I always end up having to just go back. Here we go. Let's check out our... So we could add some skill points, actually. So let's see. HP restored when reviving a teammate by 15. Ether. These are my favorite ones. The things that allow you to use an art at the beginning of battle. Those are the ones that I love. Because it's like, as soon as you go to somebody, you automatically have an arsenal lined up. That's what I usually aim for first. And we'll do strength. So then I should open up... Is that the next one open up?
Along
Yeah.
in leaps and bounds.
So let's see. So 1,000. Okay. So I'll have to gain some more. So let's go back to him now. Luck. Strength. We'll do the same thing. Allow him to use the art in the beginning. I just feel like that's the best way to give him a little more strength too. I feel like that's the best way to do it. So at least that way they have a move that you can start. So you're not like waiting for it to build up. Do HP. And let's see. Can I do no other ones? She only has 150. Oh, I could do this one. Let's do agility.
I'm coming along in leaps and bounds.
Grampy Pond's design. You know what? That is true. Grampy Pond did design them. Tora just took after them. But that is really funny that it was Grampy Pond, Grampy Pond as well. And yet he had the mate outfit on hand. I love the chat right now. That is awesome. We're discussing who's the skeevy character, who's the skeevy one responsible in it. Is it Tora or his grandfather? All right, so let's see if there's any. I could do these now too. Yeah, I like the ones that give you HP. I normally just do them all, like,
It takes time and
but now we have 2 sets for each, so I should actually pay more attention to which ones they do. That's a stronger one, no special effects. We'll try that.
This one's second
And I
nature
think,
to me now.
so I can't boost the talent art. But I can do the switch art. Let's boost the switch art, actually.
This one's second nature to me now.
Vanguard. I'll just do the... I'll stick to the...
When you've got it, you've got it.
He does remind me of Zeke a lot.
Especially at this rate.
So I need a little bit more to do her switch art move. So let's go check out the blades now. Wow, so the blades actually have their own... Oops.
Tempered by discipline.
That's how I usually just kind of run through and power them up. I'll just go down the list, actually, make it easy. As long as it's level 2, it's stronger at least. And
I'll keep giving it my all.
there'll be good moves to use.
It would appear I'm stronger.
And I'll do her Stormy Skies, the switch art.
I'll keep giving it my all.
So then Mithra. I'm assuming we could play as Adam, actually, because we're doing
hurting my friends.
we're powering them up, and we have the one that said you can use Adam had, I just did in the affinity chart that he can use X when he's ready to attack. I mean, when he first attacks a monster. So that would be pointless, I would assume, if you're not playing as a character, whether you have an art at the beginning or not. I think I'm hoping that you could switch characters. It'd be cool to like have Mithra be your blade again in a completely different game. Do you have any chord chips? So Sword of the Fox, so she already has that. So I have 2 of them. I'll give him that, and let's power up her as well. I usually kind of base mine all based on attack. I don't know how you guys when you guys build up your characters and stuff, but usually like if block rate goes down or critical rate, I'm okay with like sacrificing other stats as long as I feel like the attack and maybe even some defense is stronger. I always kind of go for the stronger attack. Whoa, good thing I went to check this out, because that was a lot that she
knowledge
affinity
is power.
awards, and him too. Okay, so we're filling this chart up pretty quickly. It feels like it's like Xenoblade 2, but condensed, where it's moving a lot faster because it's a shorter campaign. So it's the same type of game as Xenoblade 2, but in more. Because look, yeah, the trust is a lot lower than it was in Xenoblade 2, so that's nice. And do I have to? Oh, that is so nice. You don't have to actually go and, I think it was augmenting the cores. You can just add them. So that is really cool. What do I have? Actually, I'll unequip. Let me go to Jin first. I'll give him a block rate. And I'll actually give that to Mithra too. The emergency guard. Actually, everybody will get an emergency guard. I feel like that's a good one. Damage heal. We'll do damage heal. Let's see what else I can give her. Affinity max. I think I'm mostly going to be using probably Jin, so I figure I'll give him the best ones that, you know, in my opinion. Infinity's at max. What I just give him? So he had a stronger one. Okay, so I'll do the same thing with her. She'll get... Oh, that's what he has. Water. I'll just give her another whoopsies, water up. Okay, so everybody's kind of set to go. And I'm going to save real quick before I check over to... Wow, I've not saved since we were level 5. That would have been... It's been a long time, wow, since I've saved. Okay, let me... real quick, I'm going to catch up on the chat with everybody. I want to see what everybody's chatting about. Okay, so you aim for block rate defense on Torna since he's the tank. That's a very good point. To build up Torna as a tank so that he could draw all the aggro, get all the damage, and take it while giving you the ability to be able to like attack him and not, you know, draw aggro yourself. So that's really cool. Let's see. And Morag was, yeah, Morag's another one that was good for tank. You're still missing only 1 rare in the main game. And yeah, I didn't do New Game Plus either, because I felt like the New Game Plus, to me, because it wipes out a lot of your quests and stuff. So I haven't even completed all the... I think if I 100%ed Xenoblade 2, I would then do New Game Plus. But I feel like if I were to start New Game Plus, you lose everything, or a lot of different things, I guess. And I don't know if I wanted to start over again. Even though there's things you do get to keep, I'm just gonna stick to my file, because it scared me when they were like, once you save, you can never go back. So I'm like, okay, let me not make a decision and jump into it. You're right. I did notice that too. There are rares locked to New Game Plus, so it's like there are things New Game Plus has that the regular game doesn't have. So it's a weird balance on trying to figure out whether or not you make the jump and start your New Game Plus, or if you try to complete as much as you can, or if it's even worth your time at that point to complete as much as you can in your regular game before jumping over. I don't know. That's cool. You had in Xenoblade 1, everybody had max agility. Very cool. And Poppy, I customized Poppy a lot, but once I got Zeke and Morag, I kind of didn't use Torna as much. So Torna kind of went on the back burner for me a little bit, which I should try to fix, because Torna is a good character. But I ended up really liking Zeke, and I think mostly I stayed with Rex. Oh man, Nia. Couldn't think of her name. Rex, Nia, and then I did, it was either Zeke or Morag I would switch out for the third place. Okay, so here's our... Like, I've been waiting for you. He's been watching us run around, collect stones, talk to people. We've been running around side questing in front of him, and he's like, I've been waiting. Thank you guys for finally arriving and talking to me. We should just do not yet, just to aggravate him. It's like, a couple more missions. I also like that you have control over some of the scenes when you're talking to people. Like with the right stick, you could actually like move the camera around. I kind of like that when you're talking to people. Like, meh, meh, meh. Lisa, welcome. You have a sinus headache? I hope you feel better. Felia's not here because Felia's getting sick too. Maybe there's something going around. You know, we're getting into the fall season now. I hope you feel better. Welcome to the stream. We are now, I think we've been playing for a couple hours. Time's kind of flying. I thought we were only playing for, a little bit. That saves at 2.5 hours. So we are into this, but I feel like we haven't progressed that much because we've been just kind of chatting and just running around and side questing. So you didn't miss too much. I really hope you feel better. It stinks when it's that season. And I think Felia had a couple weeks ago strep throat, and she just gargled with salt water to get rid of it. And then I got strep throat and had throat pain, and I gargled to get rid of it too. And then now she has a cold, so it's one thing after another. So hopefully she feels better when she comes home, and I hope you feel better. Rest up, drink lots of medicine, and kick that thing in the butt. As you guys see, I keep looking at this, talking to it like it's Felia. Ancient Gourmet. The music sounds really nice in this too. I like the music in this game because it still feels like the same music from Xenoblade 2, but different. So it's like it kept the same aesthetic as the Xenoblade 2 music, but they just changed it up where it's new composition, but it still brings you into that same world. So it's that nice universe that they've created. We're going to find Laura's mother. Torgoth, I came to see mother again. Isn't that nice? It's like a straight path road that they could go on. Actually, my stomach is rumbling, actually. So we'll go for a few more minutes, and then we'll put it on pause so I could go get dinner ready for when Felia gets home. She should be coming home in a little bit, actually. So let's go talk to this guy. Get some more side quests under our belt. Mac Mac. I love the names they have too. Mac Mac's a nice name. Sponsored by McDonald's. Dum-dums. So red pollen orbs. I don't think it's what we were collecting before. I don't know the little red things that we were collecting. I wonder if that's part of it. I don't know, maybe not. Under no circumstance, use the pollen orbs or Mac Mac personally show up and give spankings. Is clear. I love the way the Nopons talk. Alright, so I actually see some green things right there.
We can take care of it if you want.
Yeah, sure. Active quest. Now we're jumping into seeing more. And now I just noticed too that they have the actual places you visited with, so you could see who's in which area. That's really cool. Makes it easier for you to see, okay, how many people you have quests to complete in Gormott versus Torna. That's nice. Okay, cool. So then we're going to destroy some green barrels. Time to go to the weapon vendor, actually. That's good. Do I have, yeah, I actually have enough money. We're going to... Let's do it. And we're early enough in the game where, 12, might save my money on that. I'm going to just upgrade Jin for now and save the money just in case. I hoard money so much on these games. I usually like save them. I'm the guy who's like, I'm the cheap traveler. I'm the guy who's like, I'll find it in a barrel or I'll find it in a treasure chest. And, Felia taught me when we played Earthbound together, we replayed Earthbound, and she made sure that every town we visited, we powered up our gear, spent all of our money and powered up our gear town after town, and it really made a big difference on playing that game because we were able to play through a lot more of it a lot quicker, being stronger rather than me being cheap, being like, I'm going to battle people weaker and then hopefully find it one day.
This is becoming
So, let's see. Let me just catch up real quick. Bye, Mario. Felia might keep Mario with her. I do. I like the accents too. You didn't send money to those the poor children. Uh-oh, wait. Was I supposed to? Where was that? Uh-oh. Maybe next time. Laura's gonna be cheap and just run off. I thought that was level 10. I'm like, ooh, I could fight that thing. And then I look up, I'm like, oh, it's 18. Never mind. That's when you just whistle and just slowly walk by and whistle and try to just pretend that, you know, I'm not here. I'm just going to do my thing. There's definitely a lot more stronger enemies here, which is nice. Let's fight one of them.
Let's give it all we have today. Lady Laura, I am ready.
I am really enjoying the battle mechanics in this a lot. This is really cool.
I'm sure now we'll fight better.
Nice.
I got it.
Did he just get toppled? I think he got toppled. Hopefully that actually counts towards my other side quest. Or maybe I had to topple him. I don't know if I was, or I was taking credit for somebody else toppling him or not. Did that thing just vomit on me? Nice. She could use her skill now. We could get more. Very cool. I'm gonna run back here real quick. Because I think this is gonna be a good time to I don't think I can do that machine, right? I can't. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna actually gonna save here and for now, wrong button again. And go get some food and cook for Felia when she gets home and get medicine ready. We've been playing for over 2.5 hours, guys. That was crazy. That went by so fast. I don't know. I think I'm gonna probably end the stream for today. In case she's sick, I'd rather focus, help get her, take care of her and help her feel better. But if she comes home and she's feeling better, we might both jump on later on and stream. But mostly, I'm just gonna cook up some soup and see how she feels when she gets home. With me streaming, I have the phones there. I haven't seen like if she last I talked to her, she was feeling sick at work, so I don't know if she got any better over the last 2.5 hours. But I think for tonight we're gonna probably take a break for the day. And tomorrow we'll continue, if she's feeling better, with building Labo. So if anybody has a 12-hour NPC, I would love to do a long, full-on stream, like go marathon it. Maybe we will, because I'm a night owl guy, so like I don't mind staying up late at night. I'm usually, if you guys have me on your friends list, you'll see me playing at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and then I'll wake up. Like I only sleep for a couple hours, so I really wouldn't mind streaming for doing a 24-hour stream. Maybe we'll try to find a game. Maybe we'll try to see if I can like beat every Mario game in order or something. Maybe we'll do some sort of like marathon stream. But I think that would be something that we'll tackle hopefully when she starts feeling better. So yeah, we definitely will. Thank you guys so much. Lisa, if you're still watching, I hope you feel better as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today on the first solo stream on our channel. And tomorrow we hope to see you guys back for some Labo vehicle kit. So guys, as always, gaming is better together. So until next time, thanks for watching, guys.